Hi there, I hope that you're doing well and thank you very much for having the time to watch this video. Have you ever wondered how you can modify the content of a website or a landing page in order to hide a specific element from a specific page without modifying the rest of your web pages? Well, that is something that we're going to learn today using Code Snippets. Let's start. Okay. So what happens, for example, if you have a landing page or a web page? That landing page is using a specific module that was dragged and dropped using HubSpot's CMS editor. But for example, you want to hide the header or the footer, just to put an example, in that specific landing page or web page. And you don't want that footer to be hidden in another web page in your website. Well, basically, that is something that we can do using Code Snippets. In order to do it, what we're going to do is that we're going to navigate to Content, Landing Pages. If you have your page on website pages, that is also okay. In our case, we're using a test landing page. We're going to click on the editor. We need to understand that in order to hide the content of a web page or a landing page, you can use a CSS rule. And you're going to insert that CSS rule in the advanced settings of that specific page in the CMS editor. So we go to settings and then we go to advanced. Having said this, if you go to advanced, you're going to see the section that says additional code snippets. We have head and we have footer. You can write the code snippet wherever you want. But in this case, we're going to add the code snippet in the head section. What is a code snippet? Basically, it's, let's say, a part of a code that you can use to modify the existing code of a template. How do we insert a code snippet in a website page or a landing page? Well, basically, what you're going to do is that you're going to use an HTML tag. That HTML tag that we're going to use today is going to be a style tag. We're going to open that tag by writing style this way. Then we're going to use the corresponding selector. The selector is what we are going to use to identify the type of element that we want to modify. If it is a footer, if it is a form, if it is a header, if it is a nav bar, if it is a list item, for example. What we're going to do is that we're going to hide the header of this landing page. So we're going to write header. We're going to use the corresponding declaration, which is, in this case, display none. And finally, what we're going to do is that we're going to close the HTML tag. So at the end, we're going to have this type of code snippet. So what we're doing right now is that we are hiding a specific element of the global content. An element that is being displayed in our website pages or landing pages, but in this case, in this specific page, is being hidden. Okay, so what we have done here is that we have used an HTML tag to introduce a CSS style that is going to be in charge of hiding the header of this landing page, specifically this landing page. The header is going to be displayed in the rest of the landing pages that I have created, but for this one, it has been hidden. It is not removed from the code. It is just hidden, something that you need to remember. Taking this into account, you can use code snippets for whatever you want. In this case, we are using code snippets to change the style of a landing page or to hide the content of a landing page. I hope that this information has been useful to you. I hope that you can share this information with your colleagues, but also I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Take care. See you in next chapter.